Have you ever thought about why most men always make mistakes with girls? Why does a man put in all his effort, music, give attention, act nice, send sweet words, and yet end up in the brother zone, or even worse, in music, the annoying zone? The answer is not because you're not good enough, nor because girls are complicated, as we like to justify. The music truth is that most men have absolutely no idea how a woman thinks. They don't know what moves her emotions, what makes her feel attracted, and what makes her feel comfortable, music, excited, and as if something strange and special is happening. After years of studying psychology, observing, experimenting, talking, experiencing heartbreaks, music, and successes, taught me something no one ever taught us. Neither at home, nor at school, nor even in conversations music between men. I learned that a woman does not only want looks, money, or even excessive attention. There is something deeper, a language beneath the surface, psychological music signals and small situations that say big things. These details are what make the difference. Today I will tell you psychological secrets, music, you will not find anywhere else. Secrets about how women think, about the subconscious that drives music, their choices, behaviors, and reactions. If you understand them, your life and your relationships will change and the game will be in your hands. But not a game where you deceive or exploit anyone. No, it is a game where you understand the rules and play it with elegance, music, confidence, and a high level of awareness. The first point, and believe me, if you don't understand it, everything else will become nothing. Music, more than acting, is this. A woman does not want a man whose first and only focus on her is her looks. Let's pause here for a moment because most men will say, "What do you mean, but she's beautiful?" Yes, she is beautiful. And there is nothing wrong with giving a compliment. But let's think a little more deeply. Every girl from the moment she opens her music eyes to this world is flooded with comments about her appearance from her family, her friends, strangers, social media, from everywhere. Wow, your hair, your eyes, you're a princess. Music. Even if she is average-looking, the world around her ties her value to being attractive. Music. So, she becomes programmed to associate love and appreciation with beauty alone. So when you come and seriously say to her, "By the way, you're very beautiful," she says to herself, "All right, this is admirer, music, number 99. Compliments, then stop being special to her and turn into background noise in her life." Music. But notice the difference when you say, "I like how you always choose your words carefully. You feel the word before you say it." Or, "Your taste in music is striking. You feel the song, not just hear it." Here, you have done something very rare. You saw something that people don't usually see, not because she hides it, but because no one bothers to look for it. A woman melts when she feels that you have music seen her soul, not just her face. She feels seen, heard, and understood. She feels that you are special because you notice the thing she always wishes music would be noticed: depth. This is where the relationship begins to shift from something superficial, built on compliments, to something with real connection, psychological attraction, and a sense of comfort. Most importantly, you are not trying to be nice to win her over. You are understanding, observing, and paying attention. And that is the one thing no woman can resist. A self-aware man. Think about it. How many times has someone told her she is very beautiful? But how many times has someone told her, "I saw you from an angle no one has ever seen you from"? That is rare, and you can be that rare man. After we said that a woman wants to feel that you truly see her, we need to talk about something else that might feel a bit heavy, but is extremely important. The second point, and it will be a bit harsh, is music this. A woman will take advantage of you if you are weak. I know some men will say, "No, but she's kind and she told me she doesn't want to hurt me. She's just going through things." Listen, music, to me for a moment and put emotion aside. I am not saying that all women are evil. I am saying that a woman, like any living being, gravitates toward what gives her safety, strength, and confidence: music. And when she sees in front of her a weak man, someone who doesn't defend himself, doesn't set music boundaries, stays silent. Even when he is disrespected and gives more than he can afford, she will music use him. Not because she is evil, but because she does not respect him. Excessive kindness without character becomes weakness, not kindness. Calmness without decisiveness becomes hesitation, not wisdom. Flexibility without boundaries becomes music exploitation. She cares about the man who knows when to say no, who can stand his ground even music in front of her if the situation requires it. Not to look cool or win her approval, but because he knows what he wants and is not afraid if she gets upset because music, he is confident that anger does not shake his masculinity. I have seen this scenario repeat itself hundreds of times. Men give everything. Music, love, attention, money, time, even their self-respect. In the end, she tells them, I feel like I need to find myself. And then she finds herself in someone else's arms. Weakness shows no mercy, neither from men nor from women. Music. The truth is that a woman is instinctively attracted to a strong man, not only in his body, but in his stance, his gaze, and the way he leads his life. This is the kind of man who makes her hesitate, question herself, music, and respect him even if she doesn't agree with him. And believe me, this does not require you to become arrogant, aggressive, or loud. Never. It requires you to stand firm and say, I respect myself enough not to allow music anyone to cross their limits with me. At that point, people, including her, will begin to respect you in the same way. So don't music be a victim while thinking you're being nice. Don't waste your time trying to please someone who does not see you as a real man. Be clear, be solid, be music, a man of principle, because the one who has no principles always becomes a follower. Music. And it's clear that you were not created to follow. The third point, and it is extremely, extremely important, is this. Music. A woman is testing you all the time. Yes, all the time. There is no rest, my friend. Even when you're talking about Netflix, music, or eating, you are under the microscope. This is not because a woman is psychologically music disturbed or enjoys making things complicated for you. Not at all. The matter is much deeper than that. From a young age, a woman, music, is programmed to seek safety. And she will not feel safe unless she is sure that the man in front of her is solid, steady, and unshaken. So every action from her, every strange question, music, every provocative comment, every time she pretends to be upset over something trivial, every time she says, so if I told you to cut off your relationship with music, your friend, would you do it? And she doesn't even care about your friend. She is simply trying to see, do you have boundaries? Do you have a spine? Or are you like the wind music changing direction? She does not want you to agree with her all the time. She wants to feel that you know when to agree and when to stop and say no. Especially at the beginning of the relationship. This is when she becomes sharper and more cunning than ever. She will test you, push you, make you walk over burning coals without you realizing it, and wait to see will you burn or will you walk steadily. The tragedy is that most men fall into music, the trap, easily. Either they submit and give up their personality so they don't lose her, or they explode and show her that they don't know how to handle pressure. In both cases, it's a loss. The smart man, however, understands that music, everything happening, is part of the game, and he is prepared for it. Not with reactions, music, but with calmness and understanding. So if she suddenly says to you, why do you always reply late? And you know that you reply quickly, don't attack her, don't get tense, and don't music try to prove anything. Smile, stay composed, and reply with confidence. Because my replies need time to come out at a level that suits you. She knows you didn't reply late. She just wants to see, will you shake? Will you get lost? Or will music you respond with the coolness of a man who knows his worth? Your performance in these tests is what determines whether the relationship continues or goes downhill. So don't flatter at the expense of yourself. Don't compromise your principles, music, and don't be afraid of confrontation. A woman may get upset for a moment, but she respects the man who stands music firm in front of her and forgets the one who tried to please her and lost himself. You want her to love you, she music must respect you first. And you want her to respect you, she must see you as steady, honest, and solid. The test never stops. But when you are ready for it, the relationship transforms from a challenge into balance and from pressure into harmony. The fourth point, and here lies the psychological secret that no music one talks about, is this. A woman does not choose her life partner with logic. She chooses him with emotions. And here, music, my friend, everything we were raised to believe as men gets turned upside down. We always think in terms of logic, numbers, comparisons, music pros and cons. Am I suitable? Do I have a stable income? Am I tall enough? Do I have enough muscles? But we forget the most important question. Do I make her feel something? A woman is not drawn to the man who is perfect on paper. She is drawn to the one who disrupts her emotions, who makes her heart race, her breath tremble, music, and her smile appear without her even knowing why. You can be an engineer, a doctor, own a Porsche, have a body that's a perfect 10. But if when you talk to her, she feels like you're delivering the evening news, it's over. If every sentence you speak starts with, I think it's better music that, and ends with a statistic, you're operating in a market that's not hers. She doesn't want a man who gives her music, logic. She wants a man who makes her feel like a woman, not a study partner. You don't always have to respond with solutions. Sometimes all she wants is for you to say, I understand how you feel and music, I'm here with you. She doesn't want you to explain the world to her. She wants to feel that you are part of her world. She wants to get stuck in your mind. Don't try music to convince her. Move her heart. See the difference that makes her choose you over someone else who might be more suitable, more rational, or even richer. This is the psychological secret no one tells you. A woman chooses you when she music feels something in you that she cannot explain. When you enter her mind, you are an option. But when you enter her heart, you become a necessity. And when you become a necessity, it's impossible for her to forget you. Impossible for her to let go of you. Even if you argue, even if months pass, you remain engraved in her because you didn't enter through the door. You entered through emotion. So ask yourself, do I speak in a way that moves her emotions? Or do I present myself like a respectable resume full of degrees and skills, but with no soul? If you want to own her mind, own her heart first. And if you own her heart, everything else becomes simple. Love itself, music, becomes closer to you than your own self. And here I've explained to you everything I wanted you to music understand. If you've made it this far and you want to go deeper and learn a proven strategy to attract any music girl, I'll leave the link to my online course in the description. This was The Dark Needle. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.